Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina and Wake Forest Stadium. First month of the season, teams starting to take shape, find out what they can do, and we will learn more here in Week 3. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game, this is a huge opportunity. They almost made it to the national championship last year. As the runner-ups, they have proven that they can compete with anybody in college football, but now they've got to show they can do it again and be consistent competitively. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Demon Deacons will kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So Miami's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And they'll put their fate in the hands of this transfer junior quarterback. He's trying to flush that last performance. 4 interceptions and just a single touchdown pass. Running inside, it's Fletcher. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Caught in the backfield, it's Vaughn. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Flips it out on the screen. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Fletcher. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving.
Here's a little room there. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. A give to Brown. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker. He's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match them between the tackles to the outside. Get these big fellas running east west.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Using his legs, it's Pringle. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Here's a Demon Deacon still down on the field, and they'll stop play to have him looked at. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. The Canes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quick completion to the right. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Wake Demon Deacons offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they tried the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Motion from the back. Lopez makes the grab. It's Hernandez. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on the move. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
A 5-yard pickup there leaves them with third down and 5. Come to the line at the 42, facing a third and short. Lopez to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Hunt is on its way. Makes the grab at the 10. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Here's Mensah to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Fletcher. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. On the delay, it's Fletcher. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
He wants to change this route. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Punts it out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. "57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start.
Number 94, set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Demon Deacons offense makes its way out to start this drive. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Lopez, play action. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his big tight end. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
From the gun, third down, Gio Lopez. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. And the Demon Deacons want to pick up the tempo. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Wiggins. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Wake. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is good. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one.
Maybe a crease. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Canes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Mensah. The screen, he can go. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen it.
Caught, and he's got room. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Hurricanes have this offense rolling. Takes the handoff. It's Fletcher. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Hurricanes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Finds us back in the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Just drives it between the uprights. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wake Forest ready to get things going as the offense is on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The play fake, Gio Lopez. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Under fire. Just what they were looking for. This drive rolling there out to the 35. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Makes the grab. It's Hernandez. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Line getting set on 2nd down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Here's Lopez to throw. Pocket breaking down. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Sends it back in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Lopez. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. The Demon Deacons will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs fill.
Snags it and he's open. Gets it out to the 22-yard line, and that'll be enough for the 1st down. The Canes are in the hurry-up.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Throwing, Mensah. He's got him. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I don't mind this coaching staff and their decision to stay aggressive here with the lead at the end of the first half. You've got a quarterback that, in my opinion, has earned the right to throw the ball in these situations, but you got to be better with your decision-making right there. That's a costly turnover.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Now Wake Forest will stop the clock and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Lopez wants to fire. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Throwing, Lopez. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Running to the left. Good gain there, picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. The Hurricanes will call their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. This time he wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Using his feet to buy time. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Running inside. It's Fletcher. Got enough for the first. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. And the Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Daniels. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Hey, listen, as a receiver, you're running that hitch route against man coverage. You can't loaf on it, right? I know it's just a little short throw, but you've got to make the defender think you might be going deep. So a nice job not just taking it easy on the play. He put his foot in the ground, he drove back to the ball, and made it easy on his quarterback.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Demon Deacons will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Hauls it in, looking for space. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Hard-hitting tackle.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
They'll run play action. Got the back over the middle. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really 4-down territory now. Trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. All they needed were a couple of inches, and they were able to convert on 4th down.
And I like the play call. You don't have to be perfect when you just need a couple of inches. I mean, you got a back that you trust that can lower his pads, fall forward, go get it. Love the call.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Pringle. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Off the play fake. Now adjusting. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. You know, the entire concept of the play-action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run. Played pass, continued to get to the quarterback, get the quarterback on the ground.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. With the catch, it's Davis. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? They go play action with Lopez. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Demon Deacons send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose already, the 5th kick of the night. He's got great speed. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Lofton. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Motion from the wide receiver. The play action fake. Shoots it to the left. He's got it on the move. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. Here comes the 2-point try. Here's Mensah to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Carr. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. Offense gets set for second down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Lopez. Zings it complete to the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Wiggins. Makes it past the marker. Could be an alley. 10. Touchdown, Wake. Rolled his way into the end zone. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Turning it on. Touchdown, Canes. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They pushed the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wiggins. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play fake, Lopez. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, Lopez. Bringing the heat. He sacked this defense all over him. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Fletcher. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You've got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best runner runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest? Which guys defensively do you want to attack so you can take as much time off the clock as possible?
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He stopped at the 19-yard line. A big play there to get the pick and take it back inside the 20. The Demon Deacons offense makes its way out to start this drive. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Pulls it in. It's Davis. Push down for the tackle.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this 1st down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Stuffed, stopped, no chance. This defensive line won the battle, and they got the football back with a 4th down stop. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Checking in from the Miami sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches.
Maybe some room here. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really...
And he's in. Touchdown, Hurricanes! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
Wake Forest ready to get things going as the offense is on the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here.
Oh, it's out! Big cover by the defense, and he's off.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Pringle. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got room to work. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the 4th quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll send the tight end in motion. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.